So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Jupiter in the 6th house of your birth chart. For Aries Ascendant people, so as in what happens when Jupiter is in the 6th house in the sign of Virgo for Aries Ascendant, as Jupiter is ruling the 9th house and the 12th house. Okay, and as always, if you do not know, if you have this particular position, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, along with all your astrological details, check out the links here, Astrology.com, where you'll find my books, reports, consultations, and link to my academy, Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, where I just uploaded a Secret of the Samsa chart, where you can really pinpoint exactly what you will end up doing and dealing with in your life. Okay, so it's on Karis Vlogs, and obviously I'll put the link in the description as well. So, 6th house is a position. First of all, 6th house is struggles, enemies, health, debts, diseases, pending karmas. Okay. 6th house also will represent the bhagya, meaning the luck of your profession. 6th house will also represent the profession of your father. 6th house is also the wealth and money of your children. Okay. 6th house is many things. 6th house is also your maternal aunts and uncles and cousins, like all the relationship. And this is why you see why 6th house is also enemy. Why? Because it's your relatives most of the time that end up becoming your enemy. Suddenly something happens, they stop talking to you, you stop talking to them. Especially nowadays, literally all relatives have like separated apart, like galaxies are moving away from each other. That whole blood clan and relationship is all moving away from each other. Sometimes it's only just within the blood family things are happening. So here Jupiter has this duality, and Jupiter is in duality sign. Why? Because it's Virgo. Virgo is duality. Virgo is a change of seasons. Okay. So on one end, you will see that this person, especially the things that I mentioned, the wealth of the children, expenses of the spouse, profession of the father, luck in your career will definitely favor the individual. But especially you will see in your particular case, Jupiter brings blessings at the very last minute. First, Jupiter is going to make you strong. Why? Because this is one of those pending karma positions where a person is going through in this life. You know, like how a coal goes under a lot of pressure, trillions and trillions pounds of pressure to become a diamond. Or let's say or a piece of gold is being refined into a 24 karat gold. It has to go through a heating process. This is that refining process that Jupiter is showing. That it's not previous life you went through. In this life, you're going to go through this process. So by the time your middle age comes in, by the time your late 30s, 40s, 50s comes in, you will have experienced such things in your life that you will have the most wisdom. You'll know how to handle each and every situation. On the other hand, this Jupiter, you will see that not only the individual, first of all, the individual becomes very critical. There's duality. On one end, they become very nitpicky. They become very critical. Okay, they will error pick the hell out of everything that they see in their life. They have to verify everything twice or three times in their life before they even believe anybody. There's stubbornness in there. That's one side. The duality shows its very feminine side. There's a feminine side. There's a sensitive side. There's a caring side. But how does this duality work? First, the person will criticize you. You cook for this person. They'll be like, oh, did you put any masalas in it? It's very bland. And so it'll kind of hurt that person's pride and ego that I've worked hard on this particular meal. Then the other side comes out. Yeah, it's good. I like it. Why? Because Jupiter internally then realizes that, oh, maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh. Okay, let me make up for that. Or they will say the food is very salty, but then later in that same day, they'll say, oh, you look really beautiful. What did you do to your hair? Did you lose weight? So they kind of like make up for that. The other thing with this Jupiter is, if this Jupiter doesn't deal with enemies or competition, they cannot move forward in life. Again, duality. You must deal with that antagonist in order for you to become the protagonist. You have to deal with obstacles and enemies, people coming after you, in order for you to get that luck in your career. Because if you look for a safe haven, you look for a place where, you're secure, you're good, probably you'll deal with a lot of struggles trying to go to that uphill, especially if Jupiter is retrograde. Usually retrograde Jupiter will also bring in health issue, fatty liver issue. Okay. Jupiter will, God, there's this one other thing besides the fatty liver part. It's just like right on tip of my tongue. And I know there's a word for it. I just can't seem to get it out. Oh my gosh. I might have to put an annotation. It's like I always know this, but it's like it's just on tip of my tongue. But it does brings in health issue. Oh, sorry, yes. Thyroid. Jupiter can also bring in issues with thyroid, especially when it's retrograde. Okay? Jupiter in the 6th house, you will see when this person fights in Virgo, they don't want to go straight to fighting with like fists. They want to first take legal. They will first take legal advice. They will use the proper law in order to combat the enemy. Like even in school, if somebody is bullying them, instead of facing the bully and beating them up, they will go to the dean first or principal first and say, listen, I'm dealing with this issue. What are you going to do about it? Okay, because Jupiter is that moral, ethical teacher. Yeah, Jupiter can also become clever. When Jupiter knows that it needs to save something for the dharma or fight something for the dharma, because 6th house is fight, they can become cunning. If you have especially seen or read the Mahabharata, not just Bhagavad Gita, if you've seen the entire Mahabharata, you will see different gurus are playing different, psychological warfare and mind games. They're becoming extremely clever in order to help the one side to the other. They become very cold with certain people when they shouldn't be. So these are some of the things that you will witness with this. So Jupiter is able to understand the real world, accumulate of the wisdom of the real world, and they will not use it every day until they have been pushed against the wall. Then they'll use that. Okay. First they'll go to the principals. First they will go to the dean. If not, then they'll be like, okay, now I'm going to use my intelligence to now play this game and get rid of this enemy in front of me. Okay, but you will also see, like I was telling you, with Jupiter, a person is always at the edge of achieving something, especially early in life, and then they just can't. Okay, and you will see only after 25th year, 26th year, they still kind of lose battles, but at the last minute, they get something. Like for 99% of the time, they're like, no. Your visa is rejected. Your visa is rejected. You're not getting the visa. You're not getting the visa. Everything is going wrong. But somehow at the last minute, something happens and then they get the visa. But they had to go through that pain and that struggle. Once they have gone through that, then Jupiter is like, okay, here's my blessings. That's what Jupiter will do. And Jupiter